When I was growing up, I had a mentor who actually wasn't very much older than me, and he just walked in, Jason Daniels. And he was always pushing me, even at a young age, to be great, trying to pull the greatness out of me. And so whenever I talk to young people now, no matter how old they are, no matter how young they are, I always tell them to start now. Whatever your dream is, get started right now. Because there's a kid in China, or there's a kid in Paris, or there's a kid in Europe who's already started. So you're competing on a global scale. So this young man, when I found out about our next speaker, I was very, very excited. I'm a technology entrepreneur. So when I saw young Jonathan Buchanan and I read his story, he's 10 years old. He's an app developer. He's the youngest person in the world to have an iPhone app in the Apple App Store that he developed all by himself. So and he's from here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Buchanan.
So, hi, I'm Jonathan, and my talk is Learn to Code, Coding to Learn. I'm going to start off by giving you a background about me. I coded my own iOS app completely on my own and completely in Objective-C when I was 10 years old. I formed my first company and I submitted my first app to the App Store in the same year. And I'm now working on 2 new apps and 1 big idea project. I'm passionate about coding and development. Over the last several years, coding has taught me a bunch of coding-related skills. I've learned HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, MySQL, Ruby on Rails, Objective-C, Unix, and a bunch of other web server things. It has also given me a few coder-related bad habits, like poor posture. I've also picked up a ton of general computer-related skills. I've learned word processing, design, and database apps. But coding has taught me so much more than coding. I've learned logic, time management, dealing with failure and setback, organization, design, entrepreneurialism, being part of a community, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and yes, public speaking. This is great, but there's a problem. I haven't learned any of this in school. I've done it all at home with my dad and on my own. I get to code for only about 15 minutes in the morning before school and about only 30 to 60 minutes at night after I've completed all of my homework. See, that's time management. I wish I could learn coding and development in school, but I can't. It's not offered. My dad has told me about news articles about places where they teach coding as early as 1st grade. That sounds great to me, but I don't want to move to Estonia. I love Toledo and Perrysburg. I'm actually pretty lucky. My school is starting to embrace technology. iPads are being used in every grade, and the older kids each have their own iPad. But I want more. I want to learn coding and development and everything that comes with it in school, so I can do better in Toledo. Thank you.